just a simple entrance. I mean, it doesn't merit what you're doing there. Thank you for that sickening applause. I'm Armando Iannucci, and this is the Saturday Night Armistice. Imagine Highway coming from a Thai prison. And in this truly momentous week in which Britain ended up with exactly the same Prime Minister it started with, and a baby man as Welsh Secretary, I'm with the one group of people perhaps most devastated by this week's changes. It's the Jeremy Hanley Fan Club. Nice to see you all. Nice to have you back on. I mean, you look upset. What did you feel like when you heard that he'd been chucked out of the cabinet?
Angry, devastated, it's out of order. Should have been kept.
Out of order?
Yeah.
Really?
He was brilliant. He was such a good chairman. He really should have stayed. He was just the best.
Yeah.
But no matter what, we'll stand by him.
Will you?
For your loving, no matter what.
I mean, where do you think you'll be in 5 years' time?
I think he'll be the environment, because that's the kind of man he is.
Is he? Are you going to... If he's in environment in 5 years' time, are you going to come back on the show and tell us all about it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
OK. Well, thanks very much. Thanks very much for coming on the show, the Jeremy Hanley Fan Club. And here's some vouchers for your education. All right? Thanks a lot. On with the rest of the pen. Thanks a lot. And by the Queen's cack, we've got a show for you tonight. We'll be whooping at paratrooper Lee Clegg. When he was released this week, people uproared in Ulster, throwing petrol bombs at cars, which was OK because the cars were coming towards them and they only had a split second to act in self-defence. On the mainland, a newly macho John Major whooshed up his cabinet team by reshuffling the wives. At 11 o'clock on Wednesday morning, everyone threw their car keys into a garish Treasury fruit bowl and pulled out a new wife. And some successful cabinet members were quick to comment on the move.
I'm very lucky.
Meanwhile, in the summer heat, romantic Britain caught the light comedy mood and went prostitute crazy. More and more men revealed they paid for casual sex, and one city firm came under fire for encouraging this by installing a prostitute vending machine. All over the BBC. After last week's streaker at Lord's, the Sports Council announced plans to tighten perimeter security, and this should help avoid a repeat of some of the scenes at last year's Embassy World Snooker final, when distracted groundsmen let some sheep stray onto the table. And finally, people got fed up with all this politics that keeps being rammed down our eyes. So to help out, the BBC broadcast its first politics-free edition of Question Time, which lasted 20 seconds.
Question time tonight, Steve Chris Liz Camlesh Bow. Good evening tonight, Dr. Grantley Lysett, who is a lecturer.
Do you agree?
Steve Norris.
No, not at all. I don't think so.
Liz Lynn, do you agree with that?
No, I don't.
Which answer appeals to you?
I agree with Liz Lynn.
Chris Smith.
I think Steve is wrong.
I agree with Chris entirely.
Let's put that to a vote, whether you think it was right.
So what?
All right, I want to bring in one woman over there who's been very anxious to get in.
Slack.
Yes, I do.
I never heard such nonsense.
Good night.
Now that this week all of politics has finally been settled once and for all, it's time for the Saturday Night Armistice to rally round the unifying figure of our Prime Minister and our Deputy Prime Minister and declare England to be the finest and biggest country in the world. And here to prove it are David Schneider and Peter Bainham, two proud English people. So, starting with you, Peter, how English are you?
Armando, I am as English as the slap of roast beef against Willow.
David?
Well, I'm as English as sipping tea whilst listening to The Who.
And Since we're straddling the two Wimbledon finals this weekend, tonight's programme is going to be umpired by our very own tennis official, Mr. Philip Dawsons. So Philip, at Wimbledon, how exactly do you ump?
Well, Armando, it's basically a card index system. You see, I take along to every match 2 Rolodexes full of every possible tennis shot. This one has a card for every tennis shot that's in,
right,
and this one has a card for every tennis shot that's out. The players play their shots. I consult the cards and can tell them instantly whether it was in or out.
Well, isn't this computerised yet?
It is at the US Open, but at Wimbledon we prefer the cards.
That's amazing. So you'll be keeping an eye on us throughout the show and telling us if we ever infringe the rules of lawn tennis?
Yeah, I will, yes.
Good, right. Well, thanks very much, Philip Dawsons, one of our happier bookings. Now, as John Major's new cabinet settles down for its first split, there are fears on the right wing of the party that Major will go back on his word that there will be no recriminations. That's right.
Poor John Redwood, though. I mean, I feel very sorry for him. Apparently, he woke up on Thursday morning with this splitting hangover and turned to his wife and said, "Well, I've been pissed for about a fortnight. What happened?" What happened? He put on the telly, he said, "Oh, John Major was Prime Minister," and he thought, "Oh, it's all right then."
And then he saw the time and he got up and thought, "Oh, God, I'm late for cabinet," and legged it off.
And then he turned up his office and said, "Who's that little bloke in my desk?"
But it's great now that John Major's won because he goes forward to the 5 Nations Leadership Challenge now. And I think he'll do well for us. I mean, he's drawn Helmut Kohl in the first round.
God, I mean, apparently Major's very full of himself now, because, he said that business about put up or shut up.
Yeah.
Now, when he goes into cabinet meetings, anybody he's got, "Shut up!" Prime Minister, "Shut up!"
But it was terrible for him at the start of the week because all the press came out against him, right? The kind of the Sun and the Mail and everything. And even BBC's Fast Forward magazine. It says there, Major's yesterday's man, so sod off back to Huntington.
He still beat them, didn't he? I mean, nobody lost in the end. Heseltine, right? What did he end up with now? He's like first secretary to the cabinet,
state,
to the cabinet, deputy prime minister,
yeah,
and Robbie from Take That he is now. So he got the Robbie portfolio.
That's right.
I mean, he deserved the first secretary of state. He deserved that because he's got the best shorthand in the cabinet.
Right. Absolutely. So Major called them all in and said, "Who can do Windows 5.1?" And Portillo said, "I've got an Amstrad," and they just laughed at him.
And they say that this first secretary job, right, that's a nothing. But actually, if you ring the cabinet now, if you ring through, you get straight through to Michael Heseltine. "Hello, John Major's government, can I help you?" "I'm afraid he's at a G7 meeting. Can I hold?"
Can you hold?
What swung it for Major in the end was his performance on Monday night to the backbench 92 group of Eurosceptics. John Redwood came on and just did a speech. But then Major came on and he did a really good music set. He sang and he bantered with the audience, and in the bit we're going to show now, he presented his policy on Europe by playing with French gypsy band Les Négresses Vertes.
I've got it. I like it. And with your help, I'm going to keep it. Watch your hamstring muscles. Your hamstring muscles. Conditions for recovery are in place. It is time to shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I'm no longer prepared to shut up. There'll be a lot more of these during the campaign.
Okay. Now, my job as presenter of the Saturday Night Armistice wouldn't be as pleasurable without the erotic puppet figure I always have by my side. So let's meet him now. He's been ravaged by a moth. He's a ball of textured cloth. He's Mr. Tony Blair. Come on, Down. Are you nervous? Down you come. Down you come. That's it. And all along. There we go. There we go. Mums. Right. Mr. Tony Blair, what have you been up to this week? You've been to Moscow. You've got some documentary evidence. OK, let's have a look. I still don't believe it. My God! That's the Kremlin. What, you visited Lenin's body? It winked at you? Where did you go next? Hang on a minute. That's the Moscow State Circus. Tony Blair! What are you doing up there? What's that? You didn't use a net because nets are for girls? How did you pay for that? What, you found the money in a bum bag someone left in your office? Mr. Tony Blair, a fool in Moscow!
Quiet, please.
Sorry. Back to number 10 Downing Street and the cocky dancing man who lives inside it. Now that he's cleverly neutralised Michael Portillo by putting him in charge of guns, he's going to turn his attention to the electorate, trying to bring back the feel-good factor that the Conservatives have been working to find for the last 10 years. In laboratories all over the country, they've been attempting to isolate the feel-good gene. And if we look at this footage we caught, this week they tried their first experiment by injecting it into a rabbit. The rabbit is adopting the behaviour of most people in the 80s, going past a savings account, past a building society, and instead wandering into Curry's to buy a stereo. There we are. Yeah, I mean, the basic problem is that the Tories have got to find ways of making people feel better. So what they're doing they're going around canvassing houses, but instead of dropping leaflets through the letterbox, they're dropping little tablets of Prozac.
What they should do, though, if they want people to feel good, is just waft the smell of freshly baked bread over marginal constituencies.
The thing is, the opinion polls is the big problem. Now, take a look over here, right? This is a bar chart, right, showing the two main parties. Labour right up here, Tory down here. It all looks really desperate for the Tories. But they can do something. Watch.
Now, some extreme left-wing loonies might balk at that. OK, fair enough, but what about this? Here's the bar chart again, Labour, Tory, looking bad for Tories, and the pie chart here shows exactly the same thing. But if we take the Tory section from the pie chart here and put it thusly on the bar chart, voila, it doesn't look so bad after all. I don't know what you think, but I don't think Labour can argue with that.
They can't, David, and they can't argue with this either. Exactly the same volume of support for the Tories, but 4 times slimmer and 4 times taller. You see, the problem with statistics, like all things that are true, is they can be deceptive. This is a Labour bar chart here, Tory bar chart here. Is this the true picture? Or is this? Look, smaller!
Or even this. Just Tory, you see? Looks massive.
Look at this one over here. This bar chart looks clear enough. Labour up there, Tory down there. But what if I remove this panel? The Tory bar chart has learned to burrow downwards, you see. It's very good. You've got to look at the whole picture.
Don't be fooled by appearances. What really counts with bar charts is not size or height or how big it is. It's what happens when you turn an oxyacetylene blowtorch on it. They may be ahead in the opinion polls, but there's no doubt about it, their bar charts burn far too easily.
OK, well, thanks for that look at the recent goings-on in Westminster, and I, for one, hope that that's the last we hear about that place for a long time. I mean, you know. But now it's time for crime, and this week the Home Office launched a pilot scheme to place electronic tags on offenders and paraded its first subject. There he goes. Institutions...
Out.
Like, what? Out.
Foot fault.
Oh, sorry. Thanks. Institutions...
Play.
Institutions like the National Health Service are the faultily bagged lifeblood of the nation. So this was a special week as the NHS published its league tables and showed us who's best at hips. However, some hospitals have used controversial methods to move up the tables. For example, the Queen Alice Hospital in Birmingham, all of whose staff were discovered to be taking steroids. More scandal at the Royal Victoria Hospital, Leeds, who were arrested for taking cash from a Malaysian betting syndicate in order to throw their position in the table. And a secret police video filmed the staff receiving the money in a patient's flat. Now, the publication of the tables have led to attempts to freshen up the images of hospitals and disease camps everywhere. Marco General Hospital in Derby has appointed as its managing director Chris Evans. While the most celebrated move has come from the Richmond Accident and Emergency Unit, who instigated an open day for children. The children are given the run of the emergency wards for up to 7 hours. They're allowed to have a go with some of the equipment.
Fingers on here.
Oh, well done. Minor plastic surgery proves popular. As does visiting some of the patients.
Now then, boys, would you like to see a naked lady?
Yes.
A hands-on approach is encouraged in the operating theatre.
Would you like to put your hand in a nice man's stomach to see what you can find? You put your hand up there, let's see what he's got there. Oh, Eddie, look, isn't that yes, isn't that smashing?
While other kids are allowed to take part in the decision-making processes of the hospital.
Would you like to be the one to do it? Right, just press that button there.
Peter, you went out earlier this week.
Yes.
Now, why on earth did you do that?
It was necessary, Armando.
It was necessary?
Absolutely necessary. On Monday, I was reading a paper, and in that paper was a review of a play. Right.
Yeah.
And at one point in the review, it said, "You must see this play." Right. And I thought, well, must I? So I checked with the police, right? And they said, as far as they know, there wasn't a law specifically requiring me to go and see the play, right? I felt I had been lied to. So I went outside.
This is London's West End, an area world famous for glitz, glamour and the hot takeaway food of all nations. But are the streets of London really paved with gold? Or lies? I'm outside the Prince Edward Theatre, a venue more commonly associated with acting and applause than stomach-churning dishonesty. But take a look at this review. Crazy for you, you'd be crazy to miss it. Jack Tinker, Daily Mail. Can this astonishing claim possibly be true? Has walking past this play made you mad at all?
Sorry?
Do you feel mad having walked past this play?
Do I feel mad?
Yeah.
No.
You don't feel like indulging in cannibalism? You don't believe yourself to be Christ now? No. You feel basically fine. You don't feel too happy, really extremely happy, much more than a sane person should feel at all. Can you be sure? No, I'm fine. The Palace Theatre, where smash hit musical Les Miserables sells out with frightening regularity. But take a look at that. Okay. Excuse me, are you going into this production?
Yes.
Yeah, are you prepared to fight me?
Pardon?
Will you fight me? I want your ticket. Will you fight me? I'll fight you. If I win, I keep the ticket. If you win, you keep the ticket. It's fair. Headbutts. I mean, I don't mind. I will take you all on. I will fight all of you for your tickets. Yeah, give me a ticket. I want to fight you now. I'm quite prepared to fight you, please. Just give me the bloody ticket. If you have to steal an usherette's uniform to get in, do it. OK. I'm going to try and go into this theatre and actually steal an usherette's uniform. Tony here has got a hidden camera in a bag. Let's go. Sweet, quick, bloody hell. Oh, hello, I'm here about the photocopier. Cheers. Right, Alistair Buchan. Now we're going to see you, Mr. Aston. What's this? Ladies. Right. Go on, I've bloody got I've got a blouse, skirts, that's what they wear, don't they, ladies? Right, let's get a jump. Bloody hell, come on, quick. We've got an usherette's uniform. OK, Mr. Buchan, I've got this far. It's no problem. I'm going to go for it. Yes, this way, please. Please, just give us a commentary during the play.
Do you have tickets?
No, I'm the new usherette, Peter.
I haven't actually asked for any new staff.
Oh, yeah, it's... sorry, I'm very busy at the moment. Would you like to see the seats, please? I'll tell you to see it's this way. Right. OK, I'll go.
A weird and poxy debate about race has appeared in Wisden Cricket Monthly, a magazine normally meant for people interested in pads. It suggests black players betray their lack of true English character by playing well. Others have reacted strongly against this, saying that England has a liberal and trouble-free tradition of fully accepting sportsmen from ethnic Canadian backgrounds. So what exactly is patriotism, other than an excuse to get killed in a poorly planned land war? Well, we, in the Saturday Night Armistice, refuse to listen to those people who say that England is simply a dumping ground for abuse-ridden mental institutions and people who enjoy having unprotected sex in Spain. That definition is all too easy to come up with. But tonight, to celebrate the true glory of England, let's greet the following massive parade of English culture with a national clap as we now rejoice in the glory of this, our wetted isle, and say, "This is England, hello." And leading off our parade of all that is English, a school recorder group playing the theme from EastEnders. Next, please welcome a middle-class couple from Berkshire committing adultery. A woman from a village post office holding a jigsaw that's gone yellow in the window. From the Cheltenham branch of Dixon's, the Dixon's Acrobatic Display Team. Toasters, some bell ringers, playing Park Life by Blur. Park Life. A woman from a naughty seaside postcard. The cast of The Archers. Outside a pub. A man with a washboard. And finally, as a cascade of litter falls upon our English men and women, now falls silent, save for a lone English tenor.
Sweeney, Sweeney. La, 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 la.
All together. The Sweeney. La, 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 la.
The Sweeney.
That is England.
Look at this.
A bag of crisps. Well, what can possibly top that?
Nothing.
All right, then. Why don't we then go to the miniaturised area?
Yes.
Okay, what's wrong? Are you all right? Are you
just,
upset?
I'm just so bloody happy.
Yes.
I mean, I'm just moved. God almighty. Yeah, I'm all right, I'm all right. OK, it's time again to go cyber snooping in our miniaturised area. Just to remind you, via this little computer here, we do have access to every security camera in the world. Somehow. So, let's don the pants of Peeping Tom and go stalk about around the lives of the great and good. Armando, who do you want?
I'd like to see what Douglas Hurd got up to
Douglas
this week.
Hurd, right, so just type
Last
him in.
week in politics.
Right, how many G's in Douglas?
12.
12, right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
OK, let's go.
Right,
Now, here is... This is the bit you see on the news, right?
Yeah.
This is the bit. Now, let's go to the security footage.
Okay.
Okay, we'll get him up. Right, now, this is just a poolside security camera.
Yeah.
Goes up there.
Oh, my God!
Douglas!
Oh,
you can see all the stuff.
Is that the arse that Jonathan Aitken faxed him earlier?
It is.
Oh, he's turning round, turning on.
Oh, no, we don't want to see anymore. That's... Just retirement just destroys your head, doesn't it?
Another bit.
Okay,
Can we see some more?
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah, Michael Portillo.
Michael Portillo.
Okay,
Okay,
all right,
Michael
let's see
Portillo.
what he's
Let's
up to.
call him up, right. Now, this is last week, momentous week in politics.
Yeah.
Now, you can see, here's Major. Major gets out of the car.
Yeah.
OK, now he's looking very... Oh, look, shut up, he says. Shut up. Now, here's Virginia Bottomley about to have her job altered downwards.
Yes.
So, now, Portillo.
Right,
Now, look,
yes.
he's very happy. He goes inside, but watch this when he gets inside. Look at John Major.
Is he all right?
The man that placed that bucket up there leads our country. It's ridiculous.
OK, well, thanks, Peter. Thanks for your miniaturised area, and thank you for your miniaturised Mr. Tony Blair.
No problem
Thanks
at
a lot.
all. No problem at all.
OK, quick update. How English are you now, David?
I'm now as English as the tights they buried Winston Churchill in.
Right, Peter?
I am so English,
Are you?
Armando. I am as English as a Yorkshire pudding factory exploding and spreading a cloud of noxious batter over a wide area. That English.
Right. That is such an English disaster to happen, isn't it? Russia has Chernobyl and we have Hull. This enormous cloud of Yorkshire pudding formed a huge sort of mushroom cloud over Hull and then set.
You see, the only way to get rid of it is to squirt it with gravy and hope it gets all soggy and there's a gravy winter for everyone.
Do you know what they found out about it? It wasn't like equipment or anything. Yeah. Apparently, a load of people were just sitting in their houses and that sort of Bisto gas came through the window. And they went, ah.
Now it's time to hunt the old woman! Just a quick summary of the rules. During the week, we released a genuine old woman somewhere in Britain and got her on the telly. Now, just to refresh your memory, here's what she looks like. This is on the Steve Wright People Show a couple of weeks ago. There she is there. Now, what we did is we asked you to hunt her throughout the week and ring in when you found her on the telly. And we've got some calls and letters from people all over the place. So let's go through to some of our callers. Can we have the caller on line 1?
Hello there.
Hello, who's that?
This is Simon. I'm down in Kent.
You're down in Kent?
Yeah.
All right, where did you see our old woman?
I saw her behind the shoulder of Lord Archer.
What time did you see her?
5 o'clock during the major elections.
Oh, right, that was a big day. That was that Tuesday, right? Let's see if you're accurate. There she is! There she is! OK, I can verify that that's true, but we did show her actually earlier on that day, so you don't win our star prize tonight. Let's go to call 2.
Hello.
Hello, who's that?
It's Alex Higgins.
Where did you see our old woman?
I saw her behind Nick Ross at 3 p.m. outside Parliament.
Oh, right. Can we see that? No, I think something interesting. There's her hat. Right? There's her... No, look at this. One of Nick Ross's evil henchmen come and move her out the way. OK, well done on that. But unfortunately, we did show one earlier, so you don't win tonight's star prize. Let's go over to call 3.
Hello?
Hello, oh my God. Hello, who's that?
Tony from Leicester.
OK, and where did you see her?
1 o'clock news, BBC.
1 o'clock news, BBC. OK, we're going to run it now. Right, there we go. Oh, there she goes. Behind the tie.
Yeah, dodgy one.
And here we go. Can you hear that? Can you hear that?
Yeah.
That is the sound of victory because you are tonight's winner!
Oh, yes, I got the winner!
Well, see what you can do with tonight's star prize then, because it's the Saturday Night Armistice hors d'oeuvre tree.
Fabulous.
And the special hors d'oeuvre of the week is anchovies.
Oh, gorgeous.
They're marvellous, huh? Great. Oh, great. I love anchovies. OK, so thanks very much.
Cheers.
Cheers. Lovely actually seeing the pictures of there it is, College Green down there, because this week things got even wilder with all these people coming up. It's turning into a sort of tourist attraction. So much so that Madame Tussauds have now made a waxworks at College Green in their building, which consists of about 150 wax MPs all standing about like this.
If you drove just round here last week, it was like going to a safari park. Like you drove through, suddenly there's an MP, he's leapt on your car, he's showing his bottom, on your windscreen, grabbing the windscreen wiper.
They always do that, though.
Yes, they just think it's a camera.
But, I mean, if you look at... Actually, what I think is really good, if you look down here... Right, you can just make out the special toilets they had to build there. You could.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, the toilets at Glastonbury had nothing on these places. Absolutely disgusting, and you can't use them. I mean, I was watching an MP being interviewed on the 1 o'clock news the other day, and just in the background you could make out Theresa Gorman pissing against a tree. Disgusting.
There is actually a waxwork of that in Madame Tussauds.
Yeah,
Out.
What? Out.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm just going to have to disqualify you all because I've been checking through my cards and I've just found that none of you are actually English. Not at all. I mean, Peter, where are you from?
Cardiff.
Cardiff in Wales?
Yes, that Cardiff. Yes.
So you're from Wales?
Technically, but I'm as English as the next Welshman.
You, David?
Yeah. I'm Austrian Jewish English, sort of.
And you? Armando Iannucci?
What, me, governor? Me old pie? Me?
Yes. You expected everyone to believe you were English, but you made 2 fatal errors. 1, having a Scottish accent, and 2, having an overtly Italian name. So, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to disqualify you all. None of you are English.
Come on, out.
No,
you are the most corrupt umpire in this programme.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
No, I tell you, if I had a girlfriend, she'd slap you.
Look, please, I must disqualify you because I'm going to have to replace you with a new team, a proper English team, made up of the snobby toff, a real cockney and a bulldog. So, please go. New hosts, please.
That's all from the Saturday Night Armistice this week. There's no show next week because BBC 2 will be celebrating the 10th anniversary of Live Aid with some fantastic repeats of Status Quo. See you in 2 weeks.